Hey everyone, welcome to Alfb Reviews. My name is Amy. I am a self-professed non-geek, and today I'm going to be reacting to WandaVision Episode 8. Let's get started.
Wanda killed me?
Yes, you asked her to do it.
I can't.
You can.
I came back and died again.
No! And she had to watch.
So they actually showed previews from one of the Avengers movies, and I found that helpful for me in refreshing my memory as to what exactly happened. I've only seen the Avengers movies one time, so my memory isn't the best, so that's a good call on them. Plus, it's kind of cool to see previews from a movie make it onto a TV show. So I'm thinking she is actually a witch. Okay. So I'm a little confused at this point. At first I thought Agatha was being tried for being a witch, but it seems like other witches are trying her, so she's actually being tried for her use or misuse of her power. But it looks like she's being defiant and fighting back. That brooch slash necklace, whatever we see throughout all of the other episodes with Agatha, it shows up here. It was originally part of, on that other witch, her mother, I guess, and now she takes it.
That's adorable. My thoughts are not available to you, Toots. They never ever were. So don't go giving yourself a migraine. We've got work to do.
Where are my children?
Where are my children?
So please correct me if I'm wrong, but Wanda is a witch due to scientific experiments, or did she gain her powers naturally? It seems that Agatha gained her powers naturally and not through experimentation. So if I'm correct, then we've got an interesting dynamic between a witch who acquired her powers from outside means and a witch who always had her powers.
Didn't you notice? Basic protection spell? One at each wall? No? Nothing? These are runes, Wanda. In a given space, only the witch that casts the runes can use her magic.
This very much has fantasy RPG video game boss fight vibes to me.
I got close with fake Pietro, if you will, but no dice.
That was you.
No, it wasn't literally me, just my eyes and ears.
So that wasn't actually Pietro, just Agatha? That would explain why he has suddenly disappeared.
I need you to tell me how you did this. I didn't do anything. I'm not.
So Wanda is denying doing any of this? Am I interpreting that correctly? I wonder what is really going on here. If Wanda isn't doing this, And if Agatha isn't doing this, but even though I assumed that she had, then who is?
Zdravo. Uvek srce što
Papa.
So Wanda's mom had all of these sitcoms, meaning Wanda grew up watching these, and they were probably some of the more positive parts of her childhood, which now makes sense as to why, if Wanda is controlling this whole thing, or however this is working, this makes sense as to why it's being done in the sitcom format. It's Wanda is trying to portray what she feels is a happy life, and the only way she could do that is through those happier memories of watching these various shows with her family.
Wanda!
That's your cue, lady. You're on.
Now we can begin.
I wonder if Agatha is creating the magic based off of the memories she is somehow gathering from Wanda, and how much of it she is not. I'm wondering how much is this the reliable or unreliable narrator scenario in order to manipulate Wanda into feeling a certain way or acting a certain way for Agatha's favor.
So 21.
Dick Van Dyke again? Always sitcom, sitcom, sitcom.
Заволнат епизод. Отличный избор.
Yes, Rob and Laura have for the most fun shenanigans.
I'm right. A lot of Wanda's best memories of her childhood are watching sitcoms with her family, and a lot of the scenes we're seeing in these sitcoms are scenes that we have seen reenacted on the WandaVision show. I find that very poignant that all that we have been seeing are basically reflections of Wanda's emotions and her history. It's very, very touching in that sense.
Wanda, teorie. Trebam vădet zaște. Mine moște.
I find it both shocking and not surprising that Stark Industries, back when they used to sell weapons, would have a direct effect on Wanda's life, and the irony that if not for Stark Industries selling weapons, we wouldn't have Scarlet Witch or all the events that have transpired today. So I like that those bits of irony there.
So much trauma. And yet, you were safe as kittens the whole time. So what I see here is a baby witch, obsessed with sitcoms and years of therapy ahead of her. Doesn't explain your recent hijinks. Where'd you get the big guns, Wanda?
So this confirms that Wanda has always had her powers and that she hadn't realized that she was using her powers to protect herself and her brother after the rest of her family and her neighborhood were blown to smithereens. Interesting. I wonder what that was all about. It kind of looked like Wanda's costume in the Halloween episode, and I had thought that it was a callback to Magneto, but maybe it's a callback to something else? That said, is Magneto not her father? Who was the dude in the scene back where they were watching sitcoms together. Like I said, I know nothing about her. I'm trying to learn about her through this show. I had thought that Quicksilver was Magneto's son, and if Wanda is his sister, that makes Magneto her father. But is that not the case? Maybe that family adopted her? I don't know what's going on. We'll figure it out.
I've never experienced loss because I've never had a loved one to lose. But what is grief? If not love, persevering.
I like that statement from Vision. What is grief but not love, persevering?
So to recap, parents dead, brother dead, Vision dead. What happened when he wasn't there to pull you back from the darkness, Wanda?
I can't do this anymore.
Come on.
You know, Agatha is kind of a B-word in this right now. Well, as the antagonist, she always is, but especially so in this scene. Way to rub salt in a wound.
I just want to bury him. That's all I want.
Are you sure?
It seems like Wanda is the only one who is treating Vision as human, because she wants to bury him and give closure and give him proper respects. And no one else seems to see that because they just see him as a machine or a weapon. It just goes to show how much she loves him, considering that she is incapable of seeing him as anyone else than a person who is deceased, whom she had loved. Okay, so it seems Vision had purchased property here in Westfield, and I'm assuming they were going to build something on the empty lot that we see now, and that's why Wanda has come to Westfield. That's very sad that Wanda and Vision had all these plans to live life together and to grow old together, and all of that was taken away. It's also interesting that Vision, he's a machine, essentially a sentient machine, and yet he went through these lengths to live as human with Wanda. He had fallen in love with her. Have any of you seen or played The Witcher 3? I'm feeling like Wanda's having a Siri moment right now. So according to this, whether this actually happened or this is something that Agatha is manipulating, Wanda did indeed create this scenario through her powers because she was unable to control her grief over losing Vision. It didn't show her stealing Vision's body like the camera footage showed a few episodes back. I wonder if maybe that was Agatha doing that and making it look like it was Wanda doing that, or maybe there was some sort of part we're missing, or maybe that'll come up later in this episode. I don't know. Another thing I've noticed is that she seems to have also recreated Vision. I'm sure not the actual Vision, but just a fabrication of him. So I'm like, well, How then did she become pregnant? Actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf. So it looks like they, whoever they are, have harnessed some of Wanda's power from that failed explosion attempt and have used it to power up a Vision 2.0, except I'm sure he is nothing like the original Vision. To what ends are they doing this? We'll see what their plans are. That's it for this episode of WandaVision. Thank you for reacting with me. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe, and I will talk to you next time.